Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 25 of Direwolf20's FTB Retro Series. Funny thing I just noticed, I literally just started the last two episodes the exact same way, with crafting a retriever and a project table. Interesting facts for your life. I'm making a retriever for a reason. I want to collect all the good stuff that we're going to be getting out of here. Now I'm going to want a timer. I might have one of those laying around here. Repeater timer. Yay. Good. Cool. I missed the retriever and the sorting machine that had self-ticking. But that didn't exist in 1.25, which is a bummer, but that's okay. We should also get ourselves some kind of chest. Do I want an alchemical chest, or do I want an energy condenser? I'm thinking energy condenser might be cool. Not a bad idea. And this should be really easy. So, like, basically what we want to do is pop the retriever down. Probably have some kind of battery, or just solar panel going on. I should probably have, let's have a battery box. Do I have two of these bad boys? I do have two battery boxes. Look at you guys, being all cool. I could just fill this up. I don't know why I have two batteries over here, but I do. And that's neat. Probably a good reason. But this will just kickstart my stuff. Do I have another battery thingy in here? No, I'd have to make some. I mean, you guys are alright the way you are, right? Let's get one or two of these bad guys. There you go. Now you're all kinds of groovy. I think one solar panel is probably enough for my needs over there, but I could technically have two. Can you sit on this? Probably not. You probably need to sit on a full block base. That should be good. It should share its power pretty well. This will just be like a good Kickstarter for the batteries. So you can sit there, and then we'll kickstart the energy. And then going forward, the solar will supply you with all the power you need. So you should be able to retrieve whatever you want. Ooh, are you going to pull the first dark matter out of here? I guess that's something I need to test. I think it is. I really think it is. If that's going to happen, the retriever is not what I'm going to want. You ready? Let's test the thing to prove that it's going to do exactly what I don't want it to do, which is pull the first dark matter out. And if that's the case, I think my only option... Right, wrong direction. Screwdriver. Did you ignore that first slot? Because that's awesome of you. Hey, nice. You're ignoring the first slot. Beautiful. Well, in that case, that's doing exactly what I want it to do. Alright, so we just set a timer down here. It doesn't even have to tick that often. We can make it like every 7 seconds or something. And then we just do this. And then every 7 seconds, it'll just pull whatever dark matter it's got from as many of these as you want. And all we have to do to expand this system is add more pipes. So you could do logistics pipes, you could do buildcraft pipes. There's lots of ways you could do this, but by doing retrieving, there's nothing special you have to put here in this block space, right? Like logistics pipes, you'd have to put like an extractor pipe on every single one that you want to extract from. This should just work beautifully. It should just sit there and retrieve dark matter all day long. Boom. Just got some. It's like, yeah, I got it, Direwolf. Don't worry about it. You're cool. Nice, right? Obviously, we have to get to the point where it produces more dark matter, but that'll just sit there and collect. Every, so often, it'll just grab whatever's in the inventories, and that's cool. So that's a thing that's going to be cool. I could, if I wanted to, relocate this guy over to here and just consolidate, right? So like it would be a simple process of pushing the button and moving everything. Should we try that? Oh, also, I briefly looked at the potential of having... So the builder can do the work done, emit redstone signal thing on the gate. The only problem with this is I remembered as I was testing this between episodes, and then I jumped into my single-player test world to legitimately test it, and then I forgot that I left that there as a test. But yeah, no. Buildcraft pipes in this version of Minecraft were not a fan of being shoved around by frames. They rejected that suggestion and said frames are bad, I don't want any part of them. And it doesn't hurt the world usually. I've never seen it like corrupt the world or anything, but I have seen it just basically what happens is any Buildcraft pipes just become invisible tile entities. And you have to break them and replace them in order for them to do anything. So, long story short, what would have been cool was the ability to detect when the work done and then trigger the redstone signal that moved this forward 5. So like all that would really, it would eliminate pushing the button, right? Like it would build what it needs to build. It would say my work is done, and then it would signal the redstone that should do that. Which will go, we want to see 1, 2, yay, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful, right? How cool is that? And then extract the blueprint, push it back in, and it's ready to build another one. How cool. And by ready to build another one, I mean we're going to move this. Just want to make sure that none fall into the void. Might not be a bad idea to turn this thing on. There we go. Magnets for the win. Turn you off. Nice. It condenses some of my dark matter into red matter and diamonds. Cool, right? And then we pop you guys in here. And you should get to build in, and we'll have another one of these. Beautiful. And then you, my good sir, are ready to... What's your setting? You've got glass going on in there? That is not what I want. I want smooth stone. I want to extend the platform just a little bit. Cool. Nice. That'll do. Then we can kind of just branch out from there. See, that's the thing that it kept doing. And that's the reason that I got this. Totally awesome. This kind of makes me want to go play in like a legit single player, like just regular old world. Just so I can play with like the dark matter tools and stuff again. How cool would that be? Nice, right? I mean, there's so many tools that don't make sense in this map style. Like, you know, the red matter and dark matter tools and stuff, but it's all good. Let's get a few more pneumatic tubes so I can hook up this last doohickey thingy. A little bit more of you. 4 of you guys. And now we're good to go. So now my retriever should be able to tap into this thing without too much trouble. Ta-da! Cool, right? So that will be my condenser line. Now, if I really wanted to, I could throw red matter in here to have this condensed down to red matter. But look at that. We already have, like... Look how much dark matter we collected over this period of time. Like, it's just flowing in. Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these guys now. That is awesome. Loving it. All right, what else is happening? These guys are all low because I used a lot of the dark matter that I had saved up over the last few episodes to make this monstrosity. Technically, I mean, I don't know. I think it was cool to make. Also, I've been making low voltage solar arrays. Just cause. So let's see. What do we want to work on today? That's a really good question that I haven't figured out yet. So let's go figure out what we're going to work on, and then we'll come back. So I've got an idea on what we can work on. I have 64 gold and diamond AND gates and 64 gold and diamond OR gates. These are 4 of the 9 items I need for a quest objective, and that is what I think we'll do, because it shouldn't be too bad to get the remaining quest objective. It is simply request logistics pipes, quick sort modules, diamond apiarist pipes. Oh, apiarist pipes, huh? But then otherwise, liquid supplier and chassis pipe Mark 5. Those don't sound too bad. So what else might I work on quest objective-wise? So the quantum stuff is probably totally doable. Quantum bottom, near depleted uranium cell? No, because I don't have access to uranium yet. Uranium's hidden somewhere in this pyramid, and I don't know what I needed to get. So all these things use refractory capsules, and refractory capsules are definitely a thing that comes from bees. So I need bees to get at least 2 of the quests that are still pending done. This requires a nuke, which requires uranium, which I don't have access to. Uranium is still gated behind one of these gates. This thing looks doable. An apiary, huh? Totally craftable. I feel like I could do this. This should not be a problem at all. In fact, this should take me no more than a few minutes to run. So let's go do it. How is my Mark? How's my power situation? You're not glowing, are you? Tons of energy? Nope. I wish I knew. I wish I had some metric to understand how much power we have completed. I wish I had some way to sneak down here and look at our MFSUs and find out how full they are. Wouldn't that be cool? Don't tell Slowpoke. You're not supposed to go inside the monument. Man, this place is not easy to get around in. Luckily, I have a few tricks up my sleeve still. Well, actually, I mean, we're quite a bit... Like, if I had to guess, I would say we're, like, what, halfway? Because we've got 1 full, 2 full. Let's say that's combined is almost 3 full. And you've got... Nope, nope. 4 full, 5 full. So, like, we're about halfway there. I mean, not that I looked or anything. Shh. Don't tell Slowpoke. So that HV solar is actually being used quite a bit right now. I don't think I want to hand it in. But that said, HV solar is basically 8 MV solars, right? I've got a couple sitting here. Low voltage, and then a medium voltage. So I have enough to right now make 4 more medium voltages. A little bit more auto-crafting on my part should, in theory, get me what I need. You're cooking, right? Or are you stuck with something? Why are you not doing things? Why do you feel like you're stuck? Yeah, why do you feel like you're stuck? Did we get it? No, we got 40. Okay, cool. So you made the 4. That's neat. At some point along the line, rubber must have gotten backlogged, as did apparently refined iron. Whoops. Not a big deal. You know what I could do is... What's underneath here? That's the default route, right? What if we hooked up a chest? That could be like an accidental overflow. That's got a... What is it? Provider pipe on it? Just a basic with glowstone. That shouldn't be a problem. Probably got basics in here, right? Yeah, basic. Nice. We have glowstone hanging out? No, but I can get some. let's... Oh, no, I do have glowstone hanging out. Perfect. So you can be a provider. We can get a chest. Nice. So that in the event that we have, like, excess rubber or something, what I should probably do is, like, auto-craft enough rubber for one set of solars so that I don't have to sit there and wait for that much stuff. But, whatever. Let's put... I don't want you to connect to the table on the side there. But I could put the provider pipe. If I was going to do that, it needs to be an iron chest so that they don't link to each other. Should clean up my inventory at some points, and shouldn't I? So make you an iron chest. Oh, I forgot to light that area. My bad. So now you're a provider pipe and you can be friends. So if I said I wanted... So the reason I have the provider, by the way, connected to the default route is that when I request low voltage solars, and there's some in there already, it would request the ones that already exist. It kind of creates a loop. You don't want to do that. So that's the thing you want to know. So there's a reason, what do I have, 5 here? That I didn't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say. And the same for over here. That should do. Alright, let's craft a few more solars off camera. And in fact, I'll craft most of what I need off camera, and we'll be right back. Deal? So I just want to show you guys one of the things that we need. It's the light sensor. Super cool little block. Emits a redstone signal when it has a certain amount of light on it. Very nice. From Red Power 2. So that's the light sensor. Just making a few other things. Don't mind me. I need a collector Mark III. Shouldn't be a problem based on my... There we go, collector Mark III. That's another crafting object complete. We need an LV solar array and an MV solar array. And a solar panel. So you're done? Or no? You're still cooking something up. Oh, right, the MV. I requested an MV transformer, right? So let's get one of these. And one of these. Which shouldn't be too much of an ask. It should be actually really quick to make that. You can go in the middle here. I know, I said crafting off camera. Such a lie. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, right? Good job. So this should be a quick and easy request. And then once you're done working, I'll request another 8. Because I want to craft the HV solar. Because I want that HV solar to keep doing what it's doing. Hello, where'd you come from? Maybe over here? Simply because I used to have a bunch of glowstone here and I don't anymore? That would be my guess. To do better stuff and things. So you're pretty much done, which means that over here we should have... Cool. There's that one solar panel that I need and the extra low voltage. And then you are going to make a set of 4 and 4. Because remember, for some reason requesting 8 is like painful to that thing. It's like, why did you request 8? So that's the LV, the MV, and the normal solar panel. So we need an apiary and a solar helmet. The solar helmet is just iron around a solar panel. Okay, well that seems cool. And 3 copper cable. So, I know I just requested a bunch of stuff from you, but I need another tier 1 solar panel. So we'll be back in a few minutes when crafting is complete. By the way, I just crafted the apiary. Yay. Have some sturdy machines in there. I made a few extra by mistake. Shift click for the lose. All right, so now I just need that solar helmet and the HV solar, and we're done with this quest. So that should be a quick-ish and easy one. This is still crafting the request that I made a minute ago, so we'll be right back. So I want to try something. I forget if this works. Also, I forget if this is going to be a problem. It probably will. It'll probably end catastrophically. But it's worth a shot. Watch of flowing time speeds up tile entity ticks around the player, among other things. It can cause some weirdness with your world, especially if you use it to advance the time of day. I'm not going to do that. So how much of a problem would you be if I said that? Doesn't seem like you're doing much of a difference there. So, like, for example, I know it works on EE2 machines. See, look how that's going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We activate this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a little bit quicker, right? Maybe it doesn't work on this. It may not work on the advanced versions of these machines, which is a bummer. Just out of curiosity. Would you work on this? 48, 49, 50. Turn you on. Doesn't seem to be making a difference, does it? That was worth a shot. I do need a lot of that at some point, but not at this point. You done, by the way? Yeah, totally. 44. Just waiting on this stuff to all empty out. Alright, so that's 48 low voltages. I just need a few more. But in the meantime, let's real quick make the solar helmet. You know what? I should kick this off now. What we'll do is we'll kick off. I need 2 more sets of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 2 more sets of 8, I mean. So that'll be 56 and then 8 more to 64, right? So we'll go craft our solar helmet. I'm going to let those run off camera for a few minutes. And then we should totally be in good shape. Solar helmet. Nice. So HV solar, that's all I need. And then we can complete the quest. Alright guys, I think we've got it. 64 low voltage solar arrays, which means that we can do this to that, which means we can do this to that, which means we're ready for a quest hand-in. Booyah. That's a lot of power. HV solar array. Feeding it to the beast. That's why we call it the beast, because he just ate copious amounts of resources. It's more about time than anything. I could probably speed that thing up, but it's going pretty fast as it is. So the beast should be satisfied. Right, beast? Right, buddy? We're friends now, right? Give me something good. That was the Bronze Age. That's the nuclear stuff. Here we go. Uranium ore. Nice. Now we're talking. Remember how I was just saying that uranium seems to be like the thing I need to progress in a lot of quests? Well, I just learned it. No surprise, it's energy-based. It's more expensive than Mobius fuel. 2 Mobius fuel to make 1 uranium. Sweet. That's a pretty cool thing that we just got. So that opens up a few things. That opens up the ability to do this quest. So the thing about it is the near depleted uranium cell means we have to create a nuclear reactor. Not a big deal. Totally possible. Nano boots, nano leggings. I should make an ice-cooled reactor. That's a little OP. If I do say so myself. It would be cool, though. It would be cool. Nano leggings, quantum suit, quantum. So basically nano armor, quantum armor, and a near depleted cell. That's not too hard to make. Because quantum armor just needs iridium ore, which you can only get with UU matter. It's not hard. Advanced alloys and diamonds. So, like, from the perspective, this is not hard at all, of EMC, that's very easy to get. It's the near depleted cell that we would have to run inside a nuclear reactor. The other thing that was a gate here was this thing. Combustion engine, not a problem. Reactor chamber shouldn't be a problem. Nuke, defective turret, nova cataclysm, nuclear reactor. All these things should be easy. Defective turret, you just smelt a sentry turret. Easy. Nova cataclysm. Easy. Nova catalyst. Easy. TNT. Easy. I think this is totally doable. Screenshotted. So what's the word? The word is that we need a Nova catalyst and Nova catalysm. Cataclysm. Words. And TNT, right? So TNT, Nova cataclysm, Nova catalyst. Check, 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 right? We need that defective turret. It should be within the realms of easy to make. Iron, redstone, and obsidian. I probably didn't want that many of them, but that's cool. I just need one to quickly smelt. Smelt. Thank you. Defective turret. Boom. That was easy too. Then we needed a combustion engine, which I might even have one. Do I have a combustion engine laying around? No, it's a steam engine. Where's the combustion engine? I think that's the iron one, right? Yeah, that's the iron one. So 2 iron gears, piston, glass, and come here, iron. I need you for a sec. To do, refill the thing. That was supposed to be my target, but then I derped. There we go, combustion engine. Sweet. All right, remaining things. A nuke. Nuke is not hard. This, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. I think it's 4. No, it might be 5. I don't know. I remember. Something like, it basically is like TNT, but with uranium. So that's not it. Maybe it's this. Maybe it is 5. Maybe I have to smelt this? Is that what I have to do? It might require smelting. Or compressing? Does it get compressed in the singularity compressor? Refined uranium? Does that sound familiar to anybody? Hey, there we go, nuke. Nice. That's it. Alright, you go away for a minute. That's the nuke. So then what's left? Reactor chamber, reactor chamber, and nuclear reactor and hyperkinetic lens. That looks easy. Just one of those Nova catalysts that I have. 6 diamonds and 2 dark matter. 1, 2. Getting low on EMC in there. I should do something about that, right? I was right the first time. Oh, it's that one. Okay. Let's get... Can I get some... We're too low on EMC to do more EMC. Look at that. Beautiful, right? That'll do. So let's get... Okay, that'll work. I didn't know I knew that. But now I do know that I knew that. Cool. So that's the hyperkinetic lens. Real quick, all I need to do now is craft the nuclear reactor and a reactor chamber. So I need 3 of these. So we're going to come back in a minute. I'm going to just craft all these components off camera. It's not a big deal. It just requires a lot of processes. I should probably add this to my auto crafting system because I'm going to need, if I'm going to make a nuclear reactor, I'm going to need a lot of this stuff to be auto crafted. So what if we got a singularity compressor? You come with me for a sec, buddy. We put our transformer upgrade in it. No explosions? Nice. And then you should be losing speed. But when I do this, you should be getting speed again. Beautiful. That's what I like to see. You are not the thing that I need. Well, you can be. Just not the way that I want. Cool. So that should do. So then I can add a new paint line to this, right? For things that need to be singularly compressed. And probably a couple more automatic crafting tables and a couple more crafting logistics pipes, a provider logistics pipe. I would like an energy condenser. I'd like a piece or two of red matter. And I would also like a piece of bronze, because I believe that bronze is something that I'm going to have to add to my energy condensing system. So basically, bronze, focus bronze, red matter in, not a terrible amount. We'll just do that too. We will say provider pipe. Configured to leave first stack, just like you guys are. Now you have access to bronze. We're going to want to request 3, 3, 3. That should be smelting and giving it to me. Cool. We can put our table down. I forgot that I can't shift click those, can I? Is it bronze in the middle, refined on top, and tin on the bottom? Yes. Awesome. Wrong pipe. Crafting. Import. Cool. And then we could do, if I put what I just got in here, I should be able to request one of these. Cool. It always makes 2. That's fine. What I should do is set that route over there for certain things, not the default route. I could do that, right? Do I have a basic on me? If not, it would be in here. Yeah, basic. Let's do that real quick. Because I want all the excess stuff that I hardly ever get. Yeah, that should do. That should totally do. And then we just put this in here. And then pretty much that's cool. Alright, so you are satellite ID 1. So we'll say you satellite ID 1. This should yield one of these. And then over here, we can just make this be a different color. Orange? Do I have orange over there? I don't have white. How about white? White would look better than orange. Pneumatic tubes. So you go white. So then basically if I come over here and say request one of these, it should craft the thing. Kick it over to there. It'll pipe into that. And then you'll go into here. Nice. Alright guys, so a little bit of off-camera work later, and we've got a lot of auto crafting ready to go for this stuff. Integrated reactor plating, boom, import, check. So I just taught this thing how to make advanced alloys and how to make machine blocks, right? So I could just come in here, and it also knows how to make the carbon plates. So check it out, request machine block, boom. It's going to give me exactly what I wanted because I already had one. But if I want another advanced machine block, boom, it's got some crafting to do, right? So first it's going to cook up a bunch of iron into refined iron. It's going to macerate a bunch of coal into coal dust. That coal dust will be turned into stuff. And the refined iron will be turned into stuff. Then it'll come over here and get sent to the singularity compressor. I added this doohickey over here. So we've got some auto crafting done. So I think what we'll do is wrap up the episode here. Come back next time, make the nuclear reactor and the nuclear reactor chamber. These things don't seem too bad. Did I teach this thing how to make advanced circuits? I might want to, because I'm probably going to need a lot of them. And advanced circuits are not hard. All I need to add to it is lapis and glowstone, which I can easily add with a couple more energy condensers and provider pipes. So that's what we'll do. Cool. We're going to wrap up the episode. So 2 more energy condensers, a couple more red matters, a couple more provider pipes, which I thought I had enough of. Yes. And then we're going to want lapis and glowstone. Let's do this, 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 and this. Yeah, so wrapping up point. Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I truly do, because I'm having fun auto-crafting all the things. For now, take it easy, guys.